So let's go back to the Wheel of Fate, back to the presentation, and let's find out what the Wheel of Fate has in store for these runners next. What do you think, Jonathan? Maybe some sheet metal?
Oh, sheet metal would be super cool. I'd love to see that.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed here. We'll see if they get one of the sheet metal challenges here. All right, guys, here we go. Give this thing a rip. See what we come up with. All right. And it looks like we are going to see drawing number 4. So we're going to hide that Wheel of Fate, and we are going to move on now to our next challenge. And, we've already learned a lot about these runners. It's pretty interesting to see some of the younger crew coming through here doing some of these challenges. It's really interesting to see, like we said before, Junho just getting in here, brand new to the world of Fusion, only been using it about a year. But it's also interesting to see kind of a self-taught runner like Jon Moriarty and kind of the differences. Here we go. This next CAD vs. CAD battle featuring Junho from the United States running Fusion going up against Jon Moriarty from the United States running Fusion. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. And so the question on this one is, what is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. This is called articulator link, and it's a pretty common shape that we would see in the world of mechanical engineering. And both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture of this model, and both of our runners are jumping into Fusion. Let's jump over and take a look at their screens, and we see that they are both in 2 different areas of the country, and yet are both starting out with the exact same sketch, drawing in a circle there. And let's see here, Jon on the right, Jon Moriarty on the right, decides to draw that second circle and create a line there connecting those 2. And look at how quickly he's able to get those tangent lines in place. Wow. You like that.
Yeah. There's a quicker way.
An even quicker way.
Yeah, but we won't criticize him.
We got to learn about that. I love the way Fusion shows that those lines are tangent as well. Kind of gives you that feedback right away on screen, letting you know, like, yep, you did it right. You got it in there. They're tangent.
See, Junho did it. He's clicking and holding from a circle. When you click and hold as you pull, it gives you a tangent.
Very
on his second line for some reason, but
guys, put a 1 in the chat if you like that little pro tip. That's pretty sweet.
Pro tip.
So interesting to see that now this time it looks like Jon Moriarty is almost adopting the strategy that Junho was using in the last battle, where he's really laying out almost everything from the model, looking at this from the front view. Junho drawing first blood there.
Yeah. It looks like they both have snap to grid turned on, which is it's an interesting choice. I'm not really an engineer. I'm a designer. Maybe that's why I don't use snap to grid that much. I don't know, but certainly seems like a smart move in this case, where you're using whole numbers for everything. Might as well just snap to the grid and keep yourself under control a little bit.
Well, we've seen a couple of metric challenges here that are using those whole numbers, but we do have some inch challenges in the mix as well. It's all up to the Wheel of Fate to determine which ones they get. So we'll see if that snap to grid pays off when we do swap over to inches. But wow, look at Jon Moriarty getting through this. Yeah, making short work of this thing. And now we get to kind of the tricky part of this model, where there's kind of a lead in and then it tapers down, almost like there's like a bearing, or there's some kind of like a lead in here for like a central shaft. So we'll see how these guys end up creating this shape.
And Junho once again is doing the he's gonna mirror the 3D geometry, right? He's only making half because he realizes that it's symmetrical down the center.
Wow, what did Jon just use there? Like a direct editing tool?
I think he just used the chamfer tool just now. Oh no, he did. You can click and press pull. So I think that's what he just did there. So when you do press pull, which is in his modify tab, second from the right next to that X, you can press and pull faces. But if you grab an edge, it's gonna assume you want to chamfer.
Wow, that's cool.
It's a good tool. It's a fast way to edit stuff.
Yeah, that is cool. Well, both of our runners here kind of coming down the home stretch. We're watching the chat. We're watching the chat to see if Boundless by Design ends up coming in with anything here. But both of our runners really making short work of that thing. We're still at sub 5 minutes for this model.
Yeah. Jon looks...
Okay, and Boundless by Design comes in with his answer, 2285 grams. That is not correct. That is not correct. We're looking for the answer in XXX grams, plus or minus 1 gram, 2285 grams. That is not correct. So you want to make sure you double check all your dimensions, double check your material densities. Any of those things are going to factor into the calculation of your mass. But 2285, that is not correct.
Anyone see what he got wrong there?
Yeah, that's the question. Don't say what it is, but if you see it, yeah.
We want to know if you see it.
Wow. And look at it. Looks like Junho on the left, looking like he's coming down the home stretch as well. We're gonna see what these guys end up doing. Wow. And Junho comes in with his answer, 1485.6, followed almost immediately by Boundless by Design, 1477. Wow, those answers came in just one click after the other. And guys, the correct answer is 1477 grams. And so the correct answer was submitted by Jon Moriarty on his second try, and Jon earns the point. 1477 grams is correct, plus or minus 1 gram. Congratulations to Jon Moriarty, earning the first point in this Fusion CAD vs. CAD tournament. Epic. Of course, you got to win 2 points to move on. But wow. I looked away. I was really locked in there on Junho. Did you happen to see what he changed to fix that model up?
I did not. It looked like he was checking the depth of that kind of hole at the top. And maybe that's what he changed. I didn't quite catch that.
Wow.